This video, I want to go through basics 13 and 15 with you. This is where things can really start getting confusing because we're dealing with arcs and circles. And not only that, some of our shapes don't actually land directly on the grid. But we'll deal with that here in a second. So let's focus on number 13 first. I'm going to go ahead and create my new document. I am going to go ahead and put my sketch on the front view, square it up, and I'm going to draw what I see there. So I have kind of a bigger, thicker rectangle on the back, and then one that's kind of a little bit skinnier and longer. All right, let's see if we can't figure out some dimensions. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quarters across. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters tall. So we're an inch tall. And from one end to the other end, an inch and a quarter. Okay, so what else do we have? Looks like we have 1 quarter tall here and a 1/2 inch wide in the back. I'm going to do this angle with a chamfer, so I'm going to imagine that it's not there, it's one big solid chunk. Okay, so a 1/2 inch here and a 1/4 inch here. Okay, so that's my solid shape so far. We'll go ahead and put an isometric, finish our sketch, turn off our work features, and let's think about the extrusion. So I know I'm going to want both of those pieces, forward, backwards, really doesn't matter. And let's see if we can't figure out a depth. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quarters. Oh, so 1, 2, 3, 4, that's an inch, and then 1, 2, 3, so it must be an inch and 3/4. So we'll go ahead and change our depth to an inch and 3/4, and proportionally everything looks good there. Now I can always do that chamfer much later, but I'll go ahead and do it now. So if I take a look at that chamfer, I'm looking at rise and run. I have 2 different distances this time, so it's not a 45-degree angle. So I've got a 1/2 inch drop, and I've got a 1/4 inch run. So a 1/2 inch rise, a 1/4 inch run. So we'll put our chamfer on there. I'm going to do 2 distances. Go ahead and select it, and we'll type in our 2 distances. This arrow here is going to allow us to flip it if our answer, our solutions aren't the right. So I'm going to put the 0.25, and we'll put the 0.5. Okay, so that went right. If it wasn't right, then rather than changing those 2 answers and putting 0.5 and 0.25, I can just swap the solution. So that looks good. Okay, so that's taking care of the basic part. And now what we need to do is the holes. So we know we're going to put a sketch down here on this flat plane. We'll go ahead and square it up, and I'm actually going to rotate it a couple times because I want to see it directly this way. I can kind of compare the 2 to each other. Right, so I know I want circles, so I'm going to put a circle and another one and another one. But I also know that those circles lay on the same line. So how about we just draw a line that's from one to the other, and if they don't completely line up, then you can just go ahead and draw it out. I can use this coincident tool, and I can force their center points to be on the line. I'll do that one, and I'll actually click on the end of it, and then I'll drag that in. It just happened to be I had actually lined those up. Now that line doesn't want to stay horizontal or vertical, whichever one it is, so I'm going to force that to happen. So I've got my horizontal and my vertical here. Let's try a horizontal. So if I click on that line, nope, that wasn't right. So because I've turned the image, it's really vertical. So I'm going to click on that. Okay, so that's what I want. So now that line won't start dropping anymore. Okay, so what else do I know? I know those holes are all the exact same size. So I can put 3 different diameters on there, or I can use this equal tool just to lock them all in place. So I'm going to say this one and this one are equal to each other, and this one and this one are equal to each other. So again, I could have just used 3 completely separate dimensions, but now whatever I do to one of them should now happen to all of them. Awesome. So now we've got them lined up. We've got them kind of where they need to be. So now what we need to do is think about sizes. First of all, this circle goes from one box to the other side of the box. So that must have a diameter of a 1/4 inch. So I'll grab my dimension tool, and I'll put on a diameter of 0.25. Okay, so now we have a 1/4 inch diameter on all of them. Now we need some placements. So they don't land right on the boxes. So if we look, they actually land in middles of boxes. So I'm actually 1.5 box over, 1.5 boxes over. I'm in the center there, which I can use that to my advantage. And the same thing here. So you really need to think about half a boxes. So I'm really 1, 2, 3 eighths, because an eighth is a half of a quarter. So I'm 3/8 of an inch in and 3/8 of an inch up. And then the same thing on the other side. So a half a box is an eighth. So half a quarter is an eighth. So that's 2/8, which is a quarter, and then 3/8. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say from this edge to my center point, you are 3/8 of an inch. So 0.375, or you can just type it in as a fraction, 3/8. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So from here to here, it is 0.375 or 3/8. Okay, awesome. So same thing from the edge in. So from here to here, and that should put it in the middle, 0.375. So I'm just curious, if I put on a fake dimension from here to here, looks like 0.375. So that's what I wanted. So awesome. So we have it centered in and out. So from the face of it, from the right side of it to this face, that's now centered. I need to get this guy in the middle. I probably can drag that, and oh, it is there. So if I drag this, I can actually get that little box to pop up, and boom, done. That locks that one into place. So everything is black. Everything's where I need it to be. That's great. So I can now go ahead and put an isometric, finish the sketch, extrusion, pick each one of the 3 holes. Now you can see every once in a while that you'll get that kind of thing where it sees it as a half a hole. This doesn't happen all the time, but I do like to make things what we call a construction line. So I'm going to right click on this line and come up and say construction. By doing that, it actually gets hidden from the 3D things. So now if I say extrude, then now it'll just see holes. It doesn't see that line anymore. It's still there as far as I'm concerned, and it's holding my geometry, but the features can't see it. So it's a remove, and they go all the way through. So that's it. That's how we're going to deal with those holes. So let's see if we can't apply some of that same knowledge to do the next one. So that was 13. Let's see if we can't go ahead and do 15. We'll start it off the exact same way. So front view, I'm going to go ahead and put on 2 rectangles. So that's the back one and the one down here. And we need to look at some dimensions. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm 6/4, so it must be 1.5 inches. So from one end to the other end, 1.5 inches. And then height, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're 1 inch again. Okay, so what else have we got? Looks like we're 1/2 inch up and 1/2 inch forward. Oops, must have put 1/2 inch there. Okay, so everything looks good. Everything's fully constrained. Go ahead and put that in isometric. Let's turn off our work features and zoom in a little bit. Let's go ahead and do an extrusion. So I know I'm going to pick everything. And we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 1 inch. 1, 2. So 1.5 inches. Okay. Do we want to go ahead and do the chamfer now? I'm going to hold off on the chamfer, and I could do it as a diagonal too. I may do it both ways just to kind of see what it looks like. So we've got the majority of it. I'm now going to go ahead and put a sketch in this flat top. Go ahead and square it up to me, and I'm going to think about what I'm going to draw. Really, this is a rectangle and an arc or a circle, and again, we're landing in halves of boxes, but it's not as hard as it looks because I am 1 full box, 1 full box, so there's 2. I'm 1/2 a box and 1/2 a box, so I really am 3 boxes wide. And if I'm 1.5 boxes across, that's going to be my radius. So 1.5 boxes across must mean that I'm 1.5 boxes out there. So that point right there, that must be my center point. So 1.5 boxes over for this radius, 1.5 boxes, that gives me 3 across and 1.5 boxes out. So that right there is going to be the center point, and that's what I'm going to be dimensioning to. Okay, so let's see if we can't at least throw some of this on here. So I'm going to start off with a rectangle, and I could use the arc tool, but I think I'm going to get a better result with the circle. So I'm going to use this center point circle, going to find the middle of my box, so find that square, and then I'm going to go out to the edge. Remember, Onshape doesn't care that these two are there. If I want to make this a construction line, I can. I may do that later, but for right now, it doesn't care that I don't trim this away and get rid of it. Okay, so let's kind of do it proportionally. Let's look at about where it should kind of be. So then we put the dimensions on there. If we're kind of right on the dimensions, then everything should look sort of right. All right, so a box and a half in. So it was the same as it was earlier. A box and a half, that's 1/8, 2/8, 3/8. So I've got a dimension from here to here of 3/8. And the same thing on the other side. So from here to here, I'm 0.375 or 3/8. Okay, so now we need to figure out this distance here. I can do a distance from here to the circle, but I'd rather not. I'd rather see that I just have a 1/2 inch from the back to the center point of my circle. So from here to here is just going to be a 1/2 inch, and that looks good because that should be a 1/2 a box there. That should be about 3/8 of an inch. It should be 1/8 of an inch, my fault. So that should be 1/2 a box, 1/8 of an inch from here to here. If I really want to know that, I can probably figure that out. So from there to there, and let's do a measure. So click on it, and 0.125. So yes, that's exactly what I wanted it to be. Oh, so it's done. That's it. Yeah, so like I said, if you want to make this a construction line, you can make that a construction line, but regardless, I've got a couple shapes to pick. So I'll put it in isometric, I'll do an extrude, and it already picked everything for me, and it looks like I go up 1/4, so 0.25. Okay, so all we really have left is to put that diagonal, that chamfer that is there. And I'm going to do it 2 different ways. I'm going to do it with just a line and a cut, and then we'll see if we can't figure out the chamfer. I think I can do it. So I'm going to put a sketch here, and we'll just say that maybe we couldn't figure it out. So we're just going to have a diagonal that goes actually right there. That goes from here to there. So no dimensions? Well, yeah, none. So it was able to link directly onto here because it was the midpoint. Since this was a 1/2 inch tall, that's a 1/4 inch up. Well, that was pretty easy. I didn't have anything to do. So go ahead and extrude, pick my little shape, and remove, and through all. So it's good. That diagonal lines directly up with that, and that's it. Well, let's see if I can't figure out the chamfer. So I'm going to go ahead and imagine that I hadn't done that. And let's see if I can't get that chamfer tool to work. So chamfer this edge, it's not equal distance, it's 2 different distances, and it has a rise of a 1/4 and a run of a 1/2. Oh, not distance and angle, 2 distances. So again, I don't care which ones I type it in because I can just swap my solution. So one of them is a 1/4, and one of them is a 1/2, and hit enter. Okay, so that's not right. Let's see if I can swap them. There we go. So either way, if you want to do it as a sketch and an extrusion, fine. Or if you want to do it as a chamfer, fine. All right, so that's really it. That's how to deal with some holes, and that's how to deal with some arcs. And there's a lot of other ways to do some things. You can use the 3-point arc, but I'd encourage you to look at times that you can just use the circle.